The metal door slammed shut behind him as he ran. People turned. Someone shouted, "Hey!" Another voice yelled, "Stop that boy!" But he didn't stop. His bare feet slapped hard against the hot concrete as he clutched the loaf of bread to his chest like it was gold. His lungs burned. His stomach twisted, not from fear, but from hunger that had lived inside him for years. He turned a corner too fast, slipped, and crashed to the ground. The bread rolled away. A shadow fell over him. "Why are you running?" the man asked sharply. The boy didn't answer. He stared at the bread, then slowly raised his eyes. Dirt streaked his face. His clothes hung loose on his thin body. "I was hungry," he said quietly. The man sighed, picked up the bread, and looked at him for a long moment. "What's your name?" "Kaito," the boy replied. "Where are your parents?" Kaito swallowed. "I don't have any." The man hesitated, then handed him the bread. "Eat." Kaito froze. "You're not angry?" "I should be," the man said. "But hunger makes people do things they never planned." Kaito didn't wait. He tore into the bread, chewing fast, crumbs falling as tears filled his eyes. He wasn't crying from shame. He was crying because, for the first time in days, his stomach wasn't screaming. That was how Kaito's story began. Not with luck. Not with help. But with survival. Kaito slept wherever the night found him. Under bridges. Behind closed shops. Sometimes on the steps of buildings where security guards chased him away before morning. He learned early that kindness was rare and hunger was patient. At night, when the city went quiet, he would stare at the sky and whisper to himself, "One day, I won't be like this." People laughed when they heard him talk like that. "You," one street boy mocked once. "With what money? With what future?" Kaito didn't answer. He just smiled. Inside his empty pockets lived something heavier than coins, belief. Every morning, he stood near busy streets, offering to clean shoes with a rag he found in the trash. Some ignored him. Some insulted him. "Go away, dirty boy." Others threw coins at his feet without looking at him. Once, a woman stopped and asked, "Why don't you beg like the others?" Kaito shook his head. "Because I want to earn." She frowned. "Earn what?" "My way out," he replied. That night, he sat with an older street man named Rugo, who had lived outside longer than anyone. "You think big dreams feed the stomach?" Rugo scoffed. "No," Kaito said calmly. "But small thinking keeps it empty forever." Rugo stared at him. "You talk like someone who's already rich." Kaito smiled faintly. "Not rich. Just not finished yet." If this already has you thinking, pause for a second and like this video. Stories like this deserve to be pushed forward. Kaito was 13 when the street stopped forgiving mistakes. That morning, a group of older boys cornered him behind a closed warehouse. "You think you're smart?" one sneered, grabbing his shirt. "Always acting different." "I don't want trouble," Kaito said. Too late. They took his rag. Took his coins. One kicked him in the ribs before walking away. Kaito lay there, staring at the sky, chest burning. "If I stay here," he whispered, "they'll finish me." That night, he didn't sleep. He watched cars pass and spoke to himself. "I can't think small anymore. Small thinking is killing me." The next morning, he walked into a roadside cafe. "We don't give free food here," the manager barked. "I'm here to work." The manager laughed. "You? Give me one day. You won't last an hour. Then I'll fail standing." That day almost broke him. Scrubbing. Carrying. Shouting. When he collapsed outside, the manager said, "You can go." "I haven't finished." "You're stubborn." "I have to be." That evening, the manager handed him food. Come back tomorrow. Kaito cried quietly as he ate. This is not the dream, he whispered that night. This is the doorway. Weeks passed. Customers noticed him. Trust grew. Then one day, the cafe was robbed. Where were you? Someone asked. He's from the street, another muttered. The manager hesitated. That hesitation cut deeper than hunger. They searched him. Found nothing. You can go for today, the manager said, avoiding his eyes. That night, Kaito packed his things. I won't beg for trust, he said. I'll earn power instead. He left. Back on the streets, Rugo laughed bitterly. See? The world doesn't care. Then I'll build something it can't ignore. He tapped his head. With this. From that day, Kaito observed. Patterns. Problems. Needs. He helped drivers load goods. Organized chaos. Charged little. Why so cheap? Someone asked. Not yet, Kaito replied. Soon. Soon came fast. Drivers depended on him. Vendors trusted him. Then Mako noticed. You're running things now? Mako asked. I'm helping. Helping costs. So does fear. The slap came fast. Later, in an alley, fists landed. If you kill me, Kaito gasped, you kill your system. Silence. You're lucky, Mako said. Bleeding on the ground, Kaito laughed weakly. So this is the price. He packed that night. I need a bigger stage. If you're still watching, like the video now, because this is where everything changes. The bus ride out was quiet. You running from something? A man asked. No, Kaito replied. Towards something. What? A life that doesn't apologize. In a new city, no one knew him. He slept on a bench. But this time, he wasn't defeated. He listened. Learned. Organized. I can reduce your losses, he told a wholesaler. You have money? I have systems. It worked. He hired boys from the street. Why us? One asked. Because hunger taught me discipline. Years passed. A reporter asked, what changed? Kaito smiled. I refuse to let my circumstances decide the size of my thoughts. What about fear? Hunger taught me courage. He returned to the cafe one day. You left angry, the manager said. I left determined. You built something. No, Kaito replied. I built myself. At the bridge where he once slept, Kaito whispered, dreams don't fill plates, but they build kitchens. If this story touched you, subscribe for more stories like this. If you've ever felt invisible, like this video. And if you're thinking big despite having little, drop a comment. Because the power of thinking big doesn't belong to the rich. It belongs to the brave.